All right, welcome you guys. It is our weekly Dream Achiever Zoom call, and I know I'm excited to be back here. It's great to see everybody's smiling faces on a Monday night at 8 o'clock. So thank you for joining us, and thank you to those that listen to the recording. Our topic tonight is our incentive trip. But before we get to that, as always, let's start with a couple victories. So who would like to share a business-related victory, big or small?
I'll go. I finally hit 2,200 in sales.
Yay!
Awesome.
So 2,200.
Yep.
That's fantastic. Good for you. So you had that event you were just talking about. Did you have a party or what?
I had another event. So I had two big events. The other one was like 1,200. So
Yay!
yeah.
That is awesome. Good for you. Did that feel good?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it really does. What was your big seller or sellers?
Oh, I did the Oh My Chai for the first event. And that was a big deal, but of course the beer bread always sells. And then this last one I did samples of the beer bread with spinach and herb dip, and the spinach and herb, I sold everything I had, and I had like 16 jars.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah.
Good for you, Chris. Good for you. Way to go. Who else would like to share a victory? Don't be shy.
I can share.
Kyla?
I started using Amy, and just in the last week, I've been like going and doing my back people. And since our meeting last week, I've had over $400 in reorders from people. And the one last night was from 2019. He'd ordered seasoned salt, and I just contacted him and said, "Do you need any seasoned salt?" And he went online and ordered 4 more.
Wow.
It was 2 years since I'd contacted him, and I wouldn't have contacted him without Amy reminding me. So
That
Wow, that's good.
$400, Twyla?
yeah.
Okay, so I have a question for you, and maybe some others have a question too in regards to Amy. How much time did it take for you to like kind of get going on it? I'll be real honest, between selling a lot and sponsoring and then my knee surgery, I have it loaded on here, but I have not done anything with it. So what would you tell me, Twyla, and maybe the rest of you guys? I know Lisa's using it. How much time would it take?
It doesn't take much time at all. A little bit of training, and if you have a question, you can go on and find that training, but it uploads it all for you. I
Yeah,
did have to go on and put my own team on, but since I only have 5 people, or really on my first line, that wasn't a difficult thing either. So it's no time at all to do it, and a little bit of training, and they give you training on everything. So it just pops up every morning what I have to do, and I can click on them, and I could decide if I've already just talked to them this week. I could just say I completed it already. But yeah, send thank you notes to everybody that orders. And today I actually sent a message to someone thanking them for the order and asking them if they wanted to do a party, and they said yes. So just, I mean, it's so simple that it's yeah, I'm not a techie person, and I can do it. So
Twyla, that is fantastic. Anybody else have a question for Twyla and Amy? Well, we will be doing some training on Amy the beginning of January. So look forward to, well, another victory. Why not? Do we have time for one more victory? We do. Who else? Anybody else want to share? Time to toot your horn. We're here to celebrate. No?
Share just as a follow-up to Angie's meeting last week, she did the stocking game, and I know some of this has been on the Dream Achievers page, but I did it, and so far I have 3 bookings, and tonight I'll be adding a 4th because I just had someone else comment on it. So sometimes easy things like that works. So
I love it, Lisa. Congratulations. That's fantastic. And congratulations also on being featured in the Leader Buzz, or the Leader
Blast.
Blast, thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, congratulations on that. Okay, well then let's move into our topic. And before we do though, I just want to remind you about a couple tools that I know Sheila and Twyla use because I've been to some of their gatherings. But the consultant action plan and the leader action plan, raise your hand if you print that out and look at that every month. Do you still do it, Sheila?
When I remember to do it, usually
Okay, so
80% of the time.
okay, I was gonna say, and you don't have to do it in color, but there's one for the consultant and there's one for a leader. And, you know, especially, I was out of it for 2 weeks, right? And I'm like, yeah. So we're all busy. So utilize this tool. It's on my HQ, which actually I want to share the screen now anyway, because we're gonna go into that. But it's this month at a glance, you guys. Here it is. And where did that? Yeah, here's your action plan. December leader, December consultant. What a great tool. So utilize that, and it's right, everything is right there for you. So it's really a great tool. Okay, well, let's go into our incentive trip. Before, I'm gonna stop sharing here. Okay, first of all, raise your hand if you like to travel. Everybody? And then keep it raised if you like to travel for free. Hello! So we're gonna talk about one of the many perks of our Tastefully Simple business, and it has to do with our free trips. And I know many of you here on this call have earned a trip before. Why don't you shout it out if you, or raise your hand if you've earned level 1 so far, the incentive trip that we're talking about. So, oh, that's awesome. So Lisa, congratulations, and Twyla, that's fantastic. Well, we're only 6 months, or we have 6 months left starting in January. So we have plenty of time to make it happen. Oh, Katie said she's 2,000 points away. Yes, so plenty of time. Raise your hand if it's a goal of yours to go on the incentive trip this year. Is that something you guys are gonna? And I figured you were, or you wouldn't be on the call. So excellent. Okay, so then let's go back to share screen. And I just want to show you and remind you where all this cool information is. So under incentives and specials, and we go to Party to Paradise. And I'm just gonna humor you for a second. We're gonna check out this. It's like a minute. We're gonna watch this fun video.
If you're a woman over 40 and you
this
want
is
to lose
not-
belly fat, stop doing
This
endless
is
workouts.
not
Want to know why those crazy
too
workouts?
bad. Okay, here we go. It's 2 minutes. Let's just watch it quick. Well, who is gonna be there? Hello, I can see you sitting by the pool and sitting in the restaurant. Before we get into how to earn it, which I think you guys all know, I'm just gonna ask a couple of you, what's your favorite part been of being on an incentive trip? And Desiree, we're gonna start with you. Just quickly, what's one of your, I know you've been on our incentive trips, what's your favorite part of that?
I just love feeling like I I'm just rich or something. Like I can go there, something I could never really afford to do any like otherwise. And I feel, I don't know, it's awesome. I love doing all the excursions,
Yeah.
like, and I get to do stuff like that I've always dreamt of doing and I could never do.
Desiree, that is awesome. And I know, I remember your first trip that you earned. I can't remember where we were, but you did. You were just like doing the excursions. You were just like, I am doing it all. So
We're in Punta Cana.
Punta Cana, that's where we were. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, yay. I know you're going to be on the next one. Okay, how about you, Sheila? And I don't mean to put Desiree and you, Sheila, on the spot, but what's one of your favorite things of these? Because I know you travel as well, but I know you always are on our incentive trips. Like, what do you love about it, Sheila?
The sun, the beach, the drinks. Lisa, yes. And being with friends, it's just so much fun. And to know that you earned it for free, it's just such a huge accomplishment.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's awesome.
Thank
Can't
you.
wait.
I know, me too. How about you, Lisa? We'll end with you and then we'll move into how to earn it. What's your favorite or what do you love about it?
A repeat of what Sheila said. I like sitting by the pool and food and drinks all day long, and just it's always nice destinations.
Right. It really is. Places like Desiree said that we probably wouldn't go to, but because it tastes really simple. And I have to say, for those of you that travel and have to do your own travel, like planning where you're going to stay and transportation. I mean, I do that for Pete and I because he just loves to go, but I take care of all that. And it's a little bit of work. With our incentive trips, I mean, depending on what level you're at, you do get an airfare allowance, but Tastefully Simple takes care of everything. If anything happens, there's Tastefully Simple there. You get to the airport and they shuttle you to the resort, and it's usually always all inclusive, which this trip is. There's just no worries. And of course, we're with really cool people. So yeah, super fun. Okay, so any questions on that? Others, we're going to move into how to remind you on how to earn it. Any questions on that? Okay, so we're going to share the screen again. And I'm going to get out of that, which I'm okay. We could do an SNL thing. Why am I so silly about that? What the heck? How do I get out of this? Just go. Anybody? Oh, I tell you. Well, I'm just going to tell you. As you know, there's a great sheet. Well, first of all, we're going to Cabo. And has anybody been to Cabo before? I actually went with Tastefully Simple. It was one of the last, we called it Gold Leaf. And it's absolutely gorgeous. We didn't go to the Hard Rock, but it is really an amazing place. So we know we're going to Cabo, and how do we earn it? And again, this is all in my HQ, but you can earn it on sales, and you need to have a minimum of 15,000. Each new consultant you sponsor is 3,000. And then remember promotion points, you guys. So when you promote to Copper, you get 3,000 points. When someone on your first line promotes to Copper, you get 3,000 points. How cool is that? And then the higher up you go, the longer you get to stay. And then at level 3 is where you get the Sunset River. Let's see, anybody here been on Sunset? Oh, Lisa's gunning for it though. Yeah, Lisa's gonna get it. So Sunset River is the corporate home Jill owns in Austin, Texas, and it's pretty amazing. And then if you've gone a couple times, perhaps like myself, you may do the Airbnb gift card. So that's a really fun extra perk. So incentive trip includes Cabo, Sunset River, or Airbnb. And then of course at level 2 is when you can bring a guest, like your husband or a daughter or your sister or whatever. So any questions, you guys, on our incentive trip? You guys know where to find it to see where you're tracking? Where do you find it on my HQ? Who wants to say? Oh, you're on mute, Lisa. Where
Your
do we-
dashboard
On the dashboard, yeah. Does anybody check it like I do all the time?
every day.
Yeah. It's fun to see the points. So your dashboard is your spot to keep track of where you're at. And again, it goes till June 30th. Honestly, here's one of my favorite tips that I just, for myself, is I like to earn the level I want to get to by April 30th. You know what I'm saying? Don't say June 30th. I mean, not that people can't do crazy, amazing things in the last week, but I was like, why would you do that to yourself? Just tell yourself by April 30th, I'm going to get, the level I want to get. And then everything else after that is icing on the cake. And who here has printed off this goal sheet that I guess I don't have? Have any of you printed out? There's a goal Sheila has, Twyla has. Okay. I use my own little, I always done for Shining and Leadership. So I have this right above my desk. And there's power in creating that list, whether you create it yourself or you print off the one Tastefully Simple offers. I really believe when you focus on something, it will happen. So if you're like, well, it'd be fun to go, we'll see what happens. You guys, you're worth it. You're worth more than that. Make it happen. Even if you're like, I'm totally scared to death, like, I don't think I can do it. Print out that list on my HQ, create your own and start filling in the dots however you'd like to do it. And then once you're focusing on it, amazing things will happen. Seriously. So what questions do you have or comments or maybe a tip that you would like to share for someone that's on here that maybe hasn't earned it yet? Anybody have a tip that they'd like to share?
My biggest thing is it's a lot easier to earn than you think. If you
Yeah.
just start partying.
That's right, Desiree. Yeah, it really is.
And break it down, whatever
Right,
what you
right.
need, for each month out of the incentive period.
Another good tip. Yep, it's easier than what you think. Break it down. Maybe find a goal buddy too, or put a picture of this on your fridge, or what gets you excited and motivated, or keep it in your date book or whatever. Just keep it in front of you, and then once you earn it, you're not gonna not want to get it again.
So
Right,
true.
right? Yeah. Once you go, you're like, I'm not gonna miss out on that.
And a goal buddy is so important because Shelly is my goal buddy.
Yeah.
And like you said, once we both earned it, there's no not earning it anymore. So keeping each other accountable and how many points do you have and what are you going to get for this month? And yeah, I can't let her down.
Exactly. It's huge. Plus it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, good tip. Okay, anything else on the incentive trip? Okay, well then I just have a couple announcements. The end of the month, after Christmas, perhaps, we'll start thinking of the 14-day reset. Because Tastefully Simple is doing, again, just a reminder, actually it would help people that are gunning for promotions. And I know like Katie and some of you are, and Lisa, you're working towards gold or bronze or silver or whatever, is to really promote that last week of December to your clients and your team, the 14-day reset. Because Tastefully Simple is doing one January 17th through the 30th, and they recommend the kit be ordered by January 2nd. Is that anything you guys are interested in? I know some of you have done the 14-day reset. Yeah, so keep it in mind. It'd be a fun way to to get everybody on board. And, you know, I wouldn't think about it till after Christmas, but
Yeah, true.
yeah, good way to eat clean. Okay, so we will not be meeting again until January. I'm gonna be gone next Monday night. And then the following Monday night, my family's gonna be here, my brother and family, so, but we will convene again, January 3rd. And we'll continue on with our weekly Monday night Zoom calls. I think they're awesome. And I have to say, those of you that show up, you guys are going up. I mean, all of you here on this call, I just look at you and I'm so proud of you and you're making it happen. And I have to say, I don't tell you guys enough. Thank you for all you do. As you saw on the team page, we're going to hit 2 million. And, you know, it's been 7 years since we've hit that. So we're definitely
Really?
all going up together, right?
Wow.
We all make it happen together. So it's so fun. And I know there's going to be promotions happening January 1st. So I'm really excited about that. And it's just all fun. It's a lot of fun. So any questions or comments on anything, you guys? If you have a question about anything, a comment?
Hey, I was just gonna tell you guys that my sister checked into taking her family to the Hard Rock in Cabo
Yeah.
in January, and it was so ridiculously expensive. So this is a first class resort, you guys, that Tastefully Simple is taking us to. So imagine how we are going to be pampered. It's going to be so awesome.
And
They don't take us anywhere that's not first class though, for real.
Right, but I mean, like ridiculously expensive.
Nice, yes.
yeah, crazy. And the spa looks amazing there. And
Yeah.
there's always excursions like we talked about. Yeah. So good point. It's a very nice place.
I'm excited.
Yeah. So keep working. And if you need a
I
little
just-
extra help, reach out to me.
I have to say one quick thing. That trick that Angie was talking about last week works.
The stocking thing.
I booked 7 parties.
Wow.
Oh, did you let Angie know?
Yeah, she was like, I can't remember what she said, like, that is like the best ever or something. And I put a picture of myself with all these places I was using them. And she's like, can I just say that is the best picture ever or something?
Desiree, that's so cool. Well, congratulations. Are they all in January or no?
I was actually just getting the date down. There's one in February, most of them are in January, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. And to remind you, yeah, get that January full, enjoy the 50% more in host rewards. And then February 7th is when the new spring summer catalog comes out. February 7th.
7th. Oh, that is good to know. I gotta write
Isn't
that.
that crazy? And then Lead Strong, I guess I should have talked about that, but we'll talk about it quickly. Lead Strong is virtual, and raise your hand if you've registered. Who
I
here
want
registered?
to. I gotta do that.
Yep, awesome. And I'm so close to promoting it with you guys, but we are going to be gathering. I'm waiting for the bid or the contract from the TV video guy. That we all have an opportunity to stay at one of the townhomes, 2 of the townhomes that are attached at Arrowwood in Alexandria. So it will be Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We're done Saturday by 4. Thursday we start at 6:30. And what's really cool is there's, bedrooms and bathrooms in the big gathering area, and there's a kitchen. So I envision like, ooh, Desiree and Katie or whoever, they're going to make breakfast, or, Sheila's team is going to do lunch, of course, using Tastefully Simple. And then Friday night we go out on the town because we're done by 3:30. But I just think it'd be such a fun opportunity. You can wear sweatpants, you're gonna have your slippers on, and there'll be a big TV, Lisa. Lisa and I went and saw it, and I've stayed there with Tastefully Simple. I was just waiting to make sure that the videos were gonna work. So can you guys just show by a hand, like raising your hand, if that's something that you would be able to do?
Oh man, that sounds so fun.
Yes, raise your
want
hand. Okay, because I do I think there's gonna be room for 22 people. And so again, these two townhomes that have the door that opens up, the big door. Now, if we do get 22 people, we would have to share a bed. But it's queen or king, so it's not that big of a deal, but there's separate bedrooms and stuff. And the expense, I'm not 100% sure on, but it won't be crazy. So stay tuned. Hopefully this guy emails me tomorrow and we'll get that on the team page and we can start getting your team there and getting you guys there. So
I mean, the expense is like book a party.
exactly. I mean, I think it's like it might be like $120, but that would include
That's nothing.
Thursday night, Friday night, and they're giving us late checkout. There's cross country skiing, there's ice skating right outside. There's like
Gosh,
wood
awesome.
bonfire. I mean, it'd be super fun.
What's the date on that?
It's February, it's Thursday. It starts February at 6:30. Excuse me, February 3rd, 6:30 to 9, Friday 9:30 to 3:30, and Saturday 9:30 to 4. And we'd have to get out of there right away at 4, but yeah. So
That sounds super fun.
get it on your calendar and encourage your team to go. So
If there's anyone else from anywhere near me that's going, that'd be great.
I bet Stephanie will come.
Oh, I gotta talk to her.
Yeah, you need to reach out to her. I'm sure.
It'd be super great if we drove together.
Yeah, that'd be great. So, all right, you guys, anything else? Otherwise, I found that I can't stay up as late as I used to. I will get back to it. It's only going to be 3 weeks tomorrow. So my stamina isn't quite as what it used to be, but it will be. But anyway, last call. Any other questions or comments? Okay, you guys. Well, I'm going to stop the recording here. Are you sure you want to stop?